Hello, and we're back with more Wargame Cup 2012, brought to you by UGen Systems and Intel. And today we're watching a NATO versus NATO match between first the blue player, Farwader, and the red player, Baralhaum. So between these two, Farwader is in fact the higher level player, so he's the person that'll be mainly focusing on. But I actually don't know how this match ends, so I don't know who wins. This could be an upset. Who knows? Who knows? It is round 2. It's a round of... I have been corrected. I thought that it was around the 600. Oops. It's the round of 700. There's still 700 people left in the tournament, so... yeah, looks like from Farwader we're seeing 2 commands. No doubt going for Bravo and India. And we see he has anti-aircraft, he has lots of infantry, and lots of anti-aircraft actually. So on this particular map, infantry do very, very well because you have to be able to secure the middle. Oh, we have a bunch of Cobras, but there's lots of anti-aircraft, and there's just a little snipe squad. He's doing fairly well controlling these, and I'm sorry if I have some game lag issues because I'm actually running my registry remover while I'm playing this game. He realizes very quickly that this act is not going to get a lot, but as these infantry rush forward, and insanely rush forward, I wish my client would slow down a little faster, the augers do get picked off by a bunch of toes. The AMXs are lining up trying to get rid of these augers, and they are stuck open field and kind of doomed. There is a single group of augers that did make it to the woods here, totally by route. So not the best opening by Farwader so far, and an early lead goes to Baralhaum, who doesn't have the superior position. Keep in mind there is a 2 points per 5 second advantage gone to Farwader. So it appears that if Baralhaum wants to win this, he's going to have to play really, really good positioning. See here, he's doing something very, very good. He's protecting his entry route, and he has a decent squad here. He has recon, he has lots of infantry, and he's moving a mortar carrying a small force along the side here. That could be dangerous. And oh, we can see here that the Yager has in fact come to play, chasing away this anti-tank team. And there's really not a lot here to deal with these 3 Yager squads, so that's kind of problematic. And there's also a TPC Fuchs, which is not moving with them, which could also add to a little bit of mayhem. Now, of course, these toes only have rockets, so they can only deal with tanks. There are 4 artillery here. There's a command here. Another toe. There is 2 tanks here. I don't think the 2 tanks is actually enough to take care of the Yager. So, Farwader has found an interesting position. Now, if these flyers can see... oh, he does in fact see the TPZ books, and he's actually pulling in lots of infantry to try and deal with this. I was saying if he can use this to snipe the poor range of these units, that would be great. And the AMX is actually moving out into the open for some reason. Oh, he wants to get a better position out front. However, he is leaving the command very open as 3 Yager squads slowly advance. And these 3 VAB loaded move as well. I'm still interested to see what this is about, because he actually has a fairly decent sized squad, including a mortar carrier moving along the back here. So maybe he's going to try and take up this position here. And we can see over here we have the TPC folks engaging the VABs. VABs have hit rough ground. The chasseurs must have been employed with a sapeur. Sounds like French sappers to me. The TPC Fuchs will get caught in time. The real question is, will this Yager hit his critical task? The command has been pulled very, very smart by Baralhaum, as the Yager might be able to capture this FOB and might be able to take out these artillery, which would be, of course, devastating to the cause. The TPC Fuchs is going down. The Yagers are actually in the open temporarily, as it looks like lots of units are firing on them. No, they're actually going to... well, I totally saw that backwards. The Yagers are actually unloading on the toes over here, and the toes are going to get completely obliterated without any defense, not getting pulled back in time, not in a good position. And here they go, 1 toe will survive as these 3 Yagers do in fact push forward. We have some Cobras coming to provide some good old cover fire, hoping to root out these Yagers. Of course, Cobras are not the best unit to deal with this. You need something really, really powerful like anti-infantry vehicles. Like the Yager will shift position. If he can just cross this FOB, he can in fact take out this artillery, which he of course does not know is here yet. And he actually reloaded these VABs, and he's moving his chasseurs to try and deal with this little problem. There's also a little bit of engagement here. It looks like it was shot down by Baralhaum. I think he took it to scout actually, so that's a big win for Baralhaum. Baralhaum actually playing very, very good right now, dealing with these issues as they come. And here we go, the chasseurs from us have been dropped, taking out these Yager squads. The VABs are moving into support. These, of course, are the anti-infantry units that were necessary to deal with this. And we have the tank on the side here also winding up to deal with this. So looks like Baralhaum is going to take a fairly sizable early lead by just completely eliminating these Yagers as all these troops deploy. Nice little circle patterns all around, and the command isn't that safe. TPZ Fuchs not going to do anything. Another thing, but this might be an even match because these guys are both playing very, very, very high level, and you can see over here there's an interesting little position moving up here, complete with lots of mortar carrier. What? It's just a really weird position for the mortar carrier because there are 2 rise patents on the way, and that mortar carrier is in trouble. There are also gunships here. Of course, gunships have a lot of killing ability. There are some Flakpanzers and some tanks moving up to support this, and lots of aircraft. There, of course, is no anti-aircraft here for Farwader until this M48AI Chaparral shows up. And I think it's just the TPZ. Oh, this is another group. He's really, really going heavy on these Yagers. And this one may be a lot more successful. There is a Flakpanzer here that is very vulnerable, and it's gone. And it looks like the TPZ. Oh my god, it's going after the command. It is going after the command. That is trouble. And oh, he might get it. No, it's just calm. It looks like it will get away. The Yagers are out in the open. They're running in, charging in, taking fire from 2 different directions as we have our TPC folks actually being routed here. Look at this little guy with his little rocket launcher. Aren't you a badass? Chasseur response will get cleaned up. The Yagers are still quite an issue though for Baralhaum. And oh my god, there's another group coming from this flank over here. They've been instantly split up. You see that amazing split here. Just to make sure that they all don't get rooted by focus fire. And he's deploying Yagers on top of the Flakpanzers. This Flakpanzer will go down, and we have another big battle going on down here. This is the big one we're talking about. The rise patents are getting obliterated by anti-aircraft, or by aircraft. The anti-aircraft guns though are taking huge hits on these aircraft units, and it looks like this flank has been fairly well defended. There is a mortar carrier here, for whatever reason. I don't know. It's there though. It's really bizarre. I'm still kind of interested in see what he's going to do with that. And looks like he's chasing down this command. This is where Farwader might just come back, and he has cleared out a lot of this middle here, which is kind of problematic. And here he goes. He's chasing it down. The TPZ Fuchs are winding up trying to take this out. He's got the move fast command on this command. He's trying to get there as fast as possible, and it's destroyed. Huge lead for Farwader. Gets up 100 points. And we can see now that there's lots of aircraft here just going to try and clear this out, but it'll take quite a while. 2 aircraft, in fact, come from each flank, but they have no scout, which means they'll be vulnerable to close range infantry attacks. This guy puts on the brakes, is like, whoa, we don't want to get too close. And he's right, you don't want to get too close to this. Infantry can kill aircraft. And so over here we see this little flank is still going on. The mortars are actually winding up. I'm not sure if that was a mistake or not, but it's, we have the 3 main battle tank prototypes on winding on whatever they can hit. And the mortars are going to fire where? That's going to be the key to this. If it's here, that's good. There's a gunship that's actually on the ground. It looks like the mortars are going to fire. In fact, over here on this location here, there's nothing really there. That's unfortunate. These battle tanks are really good. Been taking shots against these rise patents quite effectively. In fact, the rise patents are panicked against these things. So this has become a very good position for Baralhaum, who is almost able to eliminate all reinforcements for Farwader. And now this little unfortunate position for Baralhaum, and a very good position for Farwader, as he has lots of units in these woods here dealing with this. And the Yagers are going to continue to push. There's only 9 members of this left, so they'll probably get eliminated by this group of chasseurs from Moss. But Yeah, like, this has been a very, very good push for Farwader. Baralhaum has, in fact, however, basically evened up the score here, and that's not very good for Farwader, of course. So looking at our map here, we have a small mortar position. Now keep in mind this mortar can actually be resupplied from this position because the supply line's too long. But he's going for the Super Chinook. Oh man, he went for the Super Chinook. Now keep in mind there is anti-aircraft just positioned right here. It would be quite unlucky if they get caught, but it doesn't look like it will. There's actually 4 rise patents coming in the woods here, which is kind of crazy. TPC Fuchs hasn't pulled back, and this one's running at a fume, so it cannot retreat. It can only go forward, and it's running right into a lot of infantry. So this could be a very, very, very big win for Baralhaum on Farwader if he can just get the right number of units firing up. And the rise patents do wind up. The infantry are firing back. He's going straight for the command, though. He's going for a whole lot of commands here. There's also some tanks here. If he gets the command, that would be huge. But it looks like he might not be able to see it. It's just not in his vision right now. All I can see right now is the main battle tank and the sappers. You can't even see these chasseurs from off, which of course are retreating for whatever reason. Rise patents, of course, a very heavily armored tank. Quite expensive in value. He's moved the command back just to be safe. And he's got the chasseurs from us going back forward, coming in for a few more shots. The sappers going down. He did kill a big tank, but Baralhaum got the got the big win out of that, taking out all of them and advancing to 890-point victory. There's still TBZ folks here, but nothing big. There's some stuff in the woods here. This Yager is gonna be a little bit troublesome. What's that blinking mean? It means nothing apparently. Apparently nothing is happening. Probably this. And now he's just reorganizing his units. And you can see that actually that Baralhaum is actually not is actually quite a good player. The very good fast splitting of units. The fact that he has just units spread out through the map in split formations. The fact that he's very confident using high veterancy units over low veterancy units. And this Cobra is actually running out of fuel right next to an anti-aircraft gun. So it looks like that one will be forfeit. The 2 battle tanks are winding up though. It looks like they're going to be on the fire position mode as they try and wipe out these roll-ins, which of course are retreating right now. And it won't be very long before you can just move up and take this position here, which is going to be very, very scary for Farwader because he'll have no reinforcement point. Now keep in mind, Baralhaum has in fact lost the command. So he has only Gulf right now. And that's, if he loses his reinforcement point, he might be in a lot of trouble. And there's actually a lot of infantry around the area. There is a group of Jagers coming in again. Just this very fast, very aggressive Jager strikes. And it looks like these 2 VABs are going to get caught off. Oh, look at this. He actually captured an FOB. That's neat. And, you know, he's actually sending in these infantry probably to take back this. But as he does so, he gets stunned and rooted away. The gunship is retreating. I don't know why I would lose this position. We have artillery fire trying to fire on this position from over here. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Almost no sense actually. Jager's getting clipped left and right. This is a really good game for Baralhaum, and he's indubitably impressing me with his level of control and his level of strategy. I thought I would be playing this game favoring Farwader, but oh, Farwader, your Jager strikes are getting terrible. He has definitely read the book on Jager strikes. He has definitely realized how you deal with these, and all the Jagers are rooted and on the retreat. So in order for Farwader to stay in this tournament, he's got to do something new. So we have a gunship unloading on these chasseurs from us as a few Vulcans are also moving in. Oh, this wasn't captured. This belongs to him. I'm silly. He's trying to capture the command. I see. I told him to risk. Baralhaum is actually trying to capture this FOB, and there's a gunship. I got you, game. I understand. He's bringing these Vulcan anti-aircraft guns. Anti-aircraft guns, of course, have very, very good damage against infantry. So, a lot of times it makes sense to have anti-aircraft guns in your charges just to deal with those infantry. And yeah, these chasseurs from us look like they're gonna get gunned down. They are rooted and retreat. two VABs are going to try and change the tide of the battle. If the VABs can wind up and get rid of these gunships, or at least start doing some damage to scare them away, they'd be in good shape. And we have lots of artillery fire pounding on this location, trying to knock out some of these Vulcans. These Vulcans are actually the scary thing right now, not the gunship. The gunship is just a valuable thing. And they're actually draining the FOB as they're getting shooter right down. VAB is really defensive on the retreat, so this looks like it'll be a very failed shot for some option dropped by Baralhaum, and Farwader in fact neatly defends it. The FOB was actually destroyed by artillery fire, so that translates into a pretty big win for Baralhaum, who I guess was pounding that location with artillery fire all the time in the first place just so he can get rid of it. And he's actually moving his entire army, his entire southern army with the mortar carriers up to deal with this, which is so smart. He's changing up his play. He has forced the hand of Farwader to put all these units here and not have them at strategic locations, and now he's just shifted his play. He said, you know what, I'm not playing that game, I'm moving these guys into place. And the mortar carriers are in fact unloading on this location. Right here with these anti-aircraft guns. The gunships, of course, are going to still be a big problem, but the anti-aircraft are coming up. We have the two AMXs going to root out this recon here, and the Flakpanzer Leopard A1 are coming in. The gunships are on the retreat. They realize what's happening here. The anti-aircraft guns on the retreat know what's happening. They recruit. This position is actually not that valuable anymore. These are really just free units for Baralhaum to pick off as this mutt runs straight into these shots. There's Moss just as the root falls up, and it looks like he will get the mutt. That is absolutely crazy luck and timing on the part of Baralhaum. This mortar carrier, it just confounds me. It's amazing to me a little bit what's going on here. It looks like he's going to unload in these woods, trying to get rid of all these anti-aircraft guns. Now keep in mind, the anti-aircraft guns don't actually counter anything that in this army just yet, but they are going to be free points. He's forced to actually pull them all the way back to his regular place. And it looks like Farwader is going to actually have a problem of supply right now. Oh, we have a bunch of helicopters coming in, and there's a Flakpanzer out here. If the Flakpanzer, it starts winding up, it's taking down the UIC Hogs, UH-1C Hogs, and looks like we see a armored recon as well moving up to try and do something. Now keep in mind, this is only a single anti-aircraft gun, so it could be stunned and forced to retreat. The tanks are moving up. Oh, he's got 4 Rise Patents coming up to try and take care of this. This, of course, has been the bane of his existence. Looks like the 4 mortar carriers, oh, they're still here. Never mind, there's camouflage behind this white arrow. And we have a huge battle going on here. Everything from Farwader to try and take out of this annoyance for the entire game that has forced him to contribute so many resources to nothing. The recon is starting to wind up. Maybe trying to take something off of Farwader. Of course, right now Farwader has taken a huge lead. This was a huge win. Getting those 2 tanks has in fact put him into a 200-point lead. The mortar carrier is completely exposed. Well, not completely exposed. It apparently has moved into the woods. Still trying to do a little bit of damage. And there's some artillery fire from the distance as well, trying to pound this location. It looks like the Hogs are in fact going to find this 4 mortar carriers, which could signal a huge shift in the game. Farwader could in fact easily win this. Oh my god, we got an anti-aircraft helicopter in the distance trying to do some damage here. And this is one of these weird little trades. Is he willing to trade 4 Hogs for 4 mortar carrier? That's the question. And 4 mortar carriers is such an odd number. I wonder why people don't pound these locations more often with their artillery fire. And look at this. Artillery fire pounding on the last location that Baralhaum has. It is this woods that is full of infantry, full of artillery, full of commands. And by full of commands, I mean the only command. And actually, Farwader has him totally surrounded. He has him completely contained. He is moving his command to try and save it. And he currently has no entry point. Down in the south here, we can see that the Chinook is getting targeted down as it tries to resupply this helicopter with its 2 Stingers left. The mortar carrier is trying to pull back as far as possible. The Flakpanzer is moving up. For what reason? We don't know. maybe an automatic control. And oh my god, the TPZ folks just in range of the command, but he decided no. Not going to engage this, and it's a good choice because there's a lot of units here that can easily defend that command. And yeah, suddenly things looking very, very bad for Baralhaum. Farwader now a 300-point lead by taking out a lot of units, and it looks like he's pulling everything back to the southern position. And up north here, we can see that the TPZ folks, the Yager drops are going to continue, and this could be the Yager drop that ends all Yager drop. Say what you want about these infantry drops. If you stay consistent with them, eventually people will screw up, and that's really the kind of strategy that Farwader has gone with here. One in which, if you just keep doing it, eventually it'll work. First goes down, and the Yager is deployed. There is a 6-squad Chasseur Famas here. Not nearly enough, and there is lots of rocket fire trying to take out this Flakpanzer. It looks like it will get cleaned up though. There is just enough here. And there's a Cobra coming in as well. We have artillery fire pounding this location from the center. So suddenly, everything's looking very, very bad for Baralhaum, who has some units, but they're all in what I would think of as necessary locations and not easily movable. Yagers versus artillery. I don't think his artillery can actually defend themselves. No, it does not look like they can. They're forced to retreat. Sappers and Chasseurs are moving up to try and deal with these Yagers. Up north here we have more Yagers. He's actually just rallied them to the north, I believe. This is getting deadly. And TPZ folks might take out a Cobra. Still not entirely a good battle. The artillery fire unfortunately is just not hitting the right targets, and if it was, it would definitely look a lot different. There are 19 Yagers here. So this might be the group of Yagers that wins the whole freaking thing. As the Yagers do charge forward, as if this was Doomsday, we have rocket, rocket, boom, boom. Flakpanzers are in quite some trouble. They're running out of ammunition. That's not good. And looks like he's going to stick out here for a bit. And uh-oh, he's down to 3 artillery now. He did lose a single artillery, which is a lot of points. It appears to me that Farwader has been taking some time to chip away at Baralhaum in such small numbers that we wouldn't notice it until this breaking point. The command is really just in the corner here, and the TPZ folks are rushing towards it. Yagers, of course, running into the woods to try and take out the Chasseurs Famas. The Chasseurs Famas do in fact go down. There we go. And now it's really just a command all by itself. There's no units here to protect it. We have a single, no, 2 Flakpanzers trying to come out. Like I said, Flakpanzers are pretty good against infantry, so it's not a bad choice. And yeah, like it's gonna be kind of a problem. There are 4 mortars awkwardly moving around the map, trying to get some hits off at key locations like right here. But once this command goes down, it'll be over. It will be over. So he's moving up his Yagers. Oh, he's got the gunship coming in just to try and snipe it. Here we go. He actually can't see it. There's actually no recon here. The Flakpanzer is loading up. No matter what they can, the Yagers are moving in. The Flakpanzers are kiting away from the Yagers. Yagers safely getting in the woods. A little bit routed. The command pulls back just in time. And we have, oh, here comes the gunship. And oh my god, it still survives. 1 hit point left. There's a Yager in the woods here. And it looks like this anti-aircraft will die. And it's just a matter of getting the shot off. He's moving up everything. He's chasing with everything he has. He's running out of fumes. And here comes the final shot that required. Boom. That's a game over, people. From a very unexpected comeback. From what could have been a very disgraceful and embarrassing loss to a 1491 ELO rated player, Farwader takes the win. I tip my hat to you, Baralhaum. You performed much better than I expected. Thank you guys for watching. More games later.